that.
You know what? I have some inside information as to why you are saying that LeBron is the GOAT now.
No.
Really?
You have no information.
I'm not gonna snitch,
No.
Do
but I
tell.
Don't be trying to Joy.
Do tell. What do we
I heard it too, Joy. I heard it too, Joy.
CNN can't be bought.
Joy.
CNN can't be bought.
CNN can't be bought.
His loyalty can be bought.
Wait, did you just get exposed?
What I do?
You got bought?
Nope.
You're not ready to tell yet?
Nope.
No? All right.
Now, I must say, LeBron James has a lot of determination. He's so obsessed with being the GOAT. He wants to be the GOAT so bad over Michael Jordan that he'd even pay media members top dollars just to call him the GOAT. Now, I think that if you have to pay people to call you the GOAT, then chances are you're not the GOAT. And now it all makes sense why LeBron's so-called manager, Rich Paul, would approach Stephen A. Smith for his opinion on saying that he thinks that LeBron James is not the GOAT. In his opinion, he has LeBron James ranked the #2 greatest player of all time. Now, for me, I thought that Stephen A. Smith was being quite generous. You know why? Because the nigga ain't never did nothing GOAT worthy. But the reason that LeBron James would be upset at Stephen A. Smith is because LeBron James understands the power of the media and how the mainstream media dictates public opinion and perception. So if a Stephen A. Smith, who has one of the loudest voices in media, no pun intended, he has a very wider reach, and a lot of people value Stephen A. Smith's opinion. But LeBron James getting upset at Stephen A. Smith because he doesn't want the masses for 1 second to think like Stephen A. Smith and believe that he isn't the GOAT. Now, as I've said, Michael Jordan is never thinking about is he the GOAT or not. Michael Jordan is thinking about how much money he lost gambling last night after getting drunk at the poker table. Michael Jordan is probably thinking about, is it time to get a new wife yet? Because Michael Jordan always getting a new wife. This really concerns LeBron James, which explains why he's still around trying to break all the records. And this is why he's trying to pad his stats, because he wants to use stats as a reason to help his case as to why he should be #1 in the GOAT debate. Now, one must think, if LeBron James would go to that length just to prove that he's the GOAT, then what would make you think that, what length would he go to even protect his image? To make it seem as though he's so in love with his high school sweetheart, he's never cheated on her, there's no scandals. Or how about the alleged steroid allegation? Who could LeBron James be paying to keep this a top secret? Just maybe he'll pay that extra amount of money to be able to stay up under the radar, or to be able to stay around to play longer. Now, what I also want to know is, what does he have on Adam Silver, the league commissioner, that he has so much power over the entire league? I've witnessed LeBron James get his way time and time again. They're even carrying the Lakers to the RBA finals, and LeBron James is getting all these trades at the trade deadline. He's getting all these picks, and I didn't even know the Lakers had these picks, right? So what is he paying that he got so much power over the entire league? Rumor has it that in one of the Diddy lawsuits, that Diddy has hidden cameras in each room, and they're blackmailing politicians and elite figures, threatening to show footage showing where they would take that, especially if you can't help them get those millions, where they could make that. And what's even more weird is that, what does LeBron James have on Shannon Sharp to do all these extra things, like use these props when he was on Undisputed, bringing in the GOAT, wearing the GOAT mask, then fighting for LeBron James at the Memphis Grizzlies game? And then there was the China situation. When C-19 struck America, it shut down America and led the RBA to play inside of a bubble and allow LeBron James to win his 4th RBA title. Now, there were debates on, from what I hear, a lot of teams didn't even want to do the bubble, but it started to make you question everything about LeBron James' legacy. But it's not too far-fetched. Why? Because what do we always say on this channel? LeBron James is the chosen one. LeBron James was handpicked to have this multi-billion-dollar machine behind him doing whatever they can to sell us that LeBron James is the GOAT. But it's all just too good to be true to think that former and current RBA players truly believe that LeBron James is the GOAT when they've seen the likes of Michael Jordan play, they've seen the likes of Kobe Bryant play, and other greats play in the 90s when it was far more physical. It's no way possible that they could feel that LeBron James was truly the GOAT. Now, I think for Joy Taylor to admit this speaks volumes, because she wouldn't just say this for no reason without actually getting this information from a credible source. Speaking of the name Joy, I swear that it brings me so much joy to see LeBron James get exposed day after day. But I do wonder, where did the Clutch Sports team pay Joy Taylor to switch up? Because she seemed very objective at one point about LeBron James, right? But it's like now, since she went on the TV show Speak for Yourself, she just started to overly praise LeBron James as well. Now the question then becomes, if the media, if they really gave LeBron James the every other player treatment, meaning they treat him just like they treat every other player in the RBA, and they didn't constantly try to force us to believe that LeBron James was the GOAT every 5 minutes, where would LeBron James rank in the GOAT discussion? Let's actually break this down. 1 championship and 11 seasons with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Not to mention that he had a super team and had to suspend Draymond Green, had to call tic-tac fouls on the league superstar Steph Curry, who was the reigning MVP, unanimous at that. Andrew Bogut gets injured in order to win the RBA championship. Just think about this. LeBron James has been with the Lakers for 6 years now, and all he has is a bubble championship. They had to shut down the entire world. No crowds inside of the bubble, which means they can't help dictate the momentum. You played for the Miami Heat for 4 years and had 2 of the top 5 players at their position at the time, including you, who's supposed to be the second coming of Michael Jordan, which you're not. So you have these super teams and you still only win 2 championships on that Miami Heat super team. So where does that actually place LeBron James in the GOAT discussion? Definitely not top 5. Definitely not top 10. I would say top 50, because there are a lot of great athletes that if you were to give them LeBron James' career, it wouldn't even be fair. Like, could you imagine if Michael Jordan was 6'8", 250 pounds, pure muscle, and he was able to keep that same relentless mentality? It wouldn't even be fair, bro. Michael Jordan would literally be like a machine and probably average like 72 and 10. He'd average his most wins in the season record. And I'm talking every single night scoring 70 plus points. No lie. But even RBA player Evan Turner did an interview and exposed how LeBron James basically, how I interpret it was, LeBron James basically pays his teammates to make GOAT sounds soon as he walks in the...
Like, don't get this wrong. Like, LeBron's always been greatness. The fact that he's ever been hated, considering like where he's come from, is correct. Crime. So don't get that wrong. But like, you want to know what narrative goes under the radar? When Brian walk in and you hear them boys bah, like doing that bah. I'm like, bro, that's
Such an F tonight of trying to live in the pain.
or like what you see on the court. It's just like they just be crowning that man.
Meanwhile, Doc Rivers emptying some of his.
Like,
No,
right.
this is
that went under the radar. Like, that's OD, my nigga.
I would have to assume that LeBron James is paying his teammates or forcing his teammates to make GOAT sounds in order to not get traded, because they call LeBron James the GM. So when you walk in the room, you have to make GOAT sounds in order to please LeBron James. But this is why he could never be the GOAT. Force his teammates to make GOAT sounds? That's crazy.